Okay.
And are we going to talk about anything hentai related? Because I don't know if I have any recommendations right now, but I could
No,
probably...
I don't think we have anything. I mean, we already tell them to go to Jailbrew. That's basically what I do when I don't have anything in particular I want to
I
see.
suppose I could talk about the existence of Tumblr, which none of us have talked about yet.
Oh, I
I,
did try Tumblr out. They have a pretty decent catalog.
the only
You know
thing
what?
I
This
have.
is our intro right here. And by the way, we should probably introduce ourselves because we're 30 seconds in. I am Invalid.
And I'm King Trace, here with our special guest.
Akira.
Who's been here before, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's our. This is. He might actually be our only repeat performance.
Well, Cookie said he would, and so did Kratos. They were schmucks.
Well, Kratos did the whole abandoning ship thing. Fuck Kratos.
Yeah, and Cookie's, I just don't think he's on, or else we would have asked him.
Yeah, but yeah. Welcome to the Team Hentai Breakdown podcast.
Yes.
We're
And
here to.
in the description bar, we're not going to be talking about a bunch of hentai probably, but we are going. I am going to put a ton of links that you can just click at will, and I'm not going to label any of them. So have fun figuring out what they are.
Actually,
I'm gonna assume Admiral Akbar is gonna have a word on this.
Yes.
I actually had like a video that I wanted to put in, but I don't know if anyone would be into what I want to put in.
Just give us the link. We'll put it in.
Yeah. We'll put it in
Alright.
just about anything. We won't even look at it. That's just how confident we are.
I don't care. It could be a link of me.
Yeah, it could be your secret webcam of Invalid talking into his microphone.
Hey, baby.
Oh, you just got
Microphone.
50 more views
There.
right
This
there.
is a this is a phallic-shaped microphone, isn't it?
Ooh. Invalid. Turning up the heat. Alright. What do we got on that damn list besides that flashy video?
Smogon with an exclamation mark.
All of my stuff has exclamation marks. So Smogon, they're cool. Big shout out to NPC, Lavo Spawn.
Yeah, Lavos, good job on that.
Man, I can't even begin to imagine where you came up with a complex band for Sandville Snowcloak, but
Wait, they
Good
banned
job with that.
Sandville Snowcloak together?
they banned them. They banned both of the abilities, and I don't. They banned them as complex bands of the Pokemon.
Did they just simple ban them, like as opposed to banning Sandville combined with Sandstream, or did they just say no, nothing can have Sandville ever?
Simple ban, I think.
Yeah, there are a lot of layers between a simple. It's not just black and white. It's not just every band's either simple or complex. Because
They just straight banned Sandville and Snowcloak.
like
you can never-
Drizzlestorm is an ultimate, like the highest level of complex you can get.
So now Garchomp is OU. And this is, I guess it's a step forward for them because we've had Garchomp OU for almost a year and a half. I mean, standard for almost a year and a half, and they've had him banned.
Yeah, and they've been like, well, honestly, the Sandville's not even what made him broken. And I've got into arguments with people over this, and they're so seriously ill-informed. I got into it with someone who was saying Garchomp is banned because Mixchomp can have Fire Blast, and then nothing can take it. And I'm like, Mix doesn't make it any better off against Bronzong. I mean, Bronzong takes the same amount from physical. It actually takes more from physical than it would from mixed, so I don't even know where he's getting these ideas.
Oh, because once you can KO Ferrothorn, everything's fair game.
I think I could probably take out a mixed chomp with freaking Fire Blast with a speed boost Sharpedo.
Right. You know, Chomp is pretty bulky. He's bulky enough that the Sandville subset is irritating as shit.
Yeah.
But that's basically the only reason it's Uber, because it has a Sandville subset and has massive attack.
Well, Sandville, even without sub, would be broken. It's just I don't know if people would be willing to ban it. I'd be happy to ban it even without sub. Scarf Chomp's annoying enough. Just missing one hit can...
Yeah, right. When that Scarf Chomp has 4% HP and your Caesar just can't manage to land that bullet punch on it.
Yeah, and then Fire Fang. Fire, fire, Fire Fang.
No ho 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 hacks and rage quit.
Yep.
But and then they're like, really, they're like the special moves on Chomp are a pain in the ass. What about Salamence?
And doesn't Chomp only have like 80 base special attack anyway?
Yeah, it's not anywhere near as good as Salamance's mixed stats.
Yeah, that was the other thing I got into with that guy that I was arguing with. It was on Map Crimson Cobra's channel. He was complaining about, why haven't they banned it sooner? Blah blah. Actually, Map Crimson Cobra was complaining about this exact thing, and I even watched a whole video of him complaining about it, and it's just now dawning on me that I knew all this stuff was coming.
That Garchomp was gonna be unbanned on Smogon?
Yeah, it was like a month in the making. I guess that makes sense because that's how long it takes them to make decisions. But
Oh, it took them a year to figure shit out.
Speaking of things being in those kind of categories, did they ever like suck it up and then bring Deoxys Speed into OU in Smogon, or is it
No.
still?
It's Uber
Wow.
still.
Deoxys
It's also-
Speed is really the least broken Deoxys to me.
Maybe defense isn't as broken, but
No, defense,
No way.
Defense
Def-
drives me completely insane.
Deoxys S. People are worried about Deoxys S because it's guaranteed to get up 2 layers of hazards. First off, no, it isn't. Secondly, Deoxys Sneak is guaranteed to get up 4 layers of hazards if you play it right.
Yeah, every game I had it in, when I had it on my rain team, every game I set up at least 4 layers of hazards. I would get more when they'd spin and I'd set them up again. Because, like, it would never die. All you had to have was Taunt, Recover, Stealth Rock, and Spikes. Like,
Right.
Well, it sucked because it would never die, and then it'd be your last thing, and you'd be doing standoffs with it. But the fact that it never dies should be enough of a reason for it to be considered good.
Right, and then now that they've banned Sandville, I don't think that it would be a far stretch to assume that Excadrill's unban might be coming up soon on Smogon.
What,
Because-
to do it like we do it?
Yeah, you can play it with Sand Power, but not with Sand Rush.
Yeah. Well, I know, when we unbanned it here, like, there were people who complained, like, Sand Force is broken too, and you're like, no. It's nowhere near the same concept at all. Like, no, it's just not. It's powerful, but...
It hits hard, but it's not gonna hit you, is the problem. It's slow. It's slow as balls. I mean, not that being slow and having high attack is not viable. Conkeldurr cough, Black Huron cough.
Yeah.
But Excadrill's only real niche was being a huge attack stat with a huge speed stat to ride on.
Now its niche is,
A massive attack stat, and basically it's Rampardos with a better typing.
kinda. Also it has Iron Head now. That's new. But
Yeah, now it has decent steel type stab, so.
I used to run Metal Claw on it back when I had my Gravity team.
depending,
Well, it's boosted by Sand Force,
you
too.
can go ahead and talk. You can go ahead and talk, Akira.
depending on what item someone gives a Rampardos, sometimes he can give me a heart attack, and sometimes I'm just like, ah.
Rampardos can actually be pretty decent. I mean, I've seen one be usable. Not
it actually
scary.
gets a pretty powerful Fire Punch with Sheer Force. Like that, I
Right.
think that's the only move that really gets any bonus.
Well, I wish they gave a Rock Head. I mean, fucking A. It has Head Smash and the highest base
Yeah,
attack
it looked
stat.
like it was made for Rockhead. I don't know why they didn't give it to it.
Yeah, and then Dream World, what did it get? Unnerve?
No, it got Sheer Force.
Oh, alright. I thought, no, that's Aerodactyl that got Unnerve. And Aerodactyl actually fucking has Rock Head.
Anyway, the difference between Banded Sand Force Excadrill and Balloon Swords Dance Excadrill is after one turn of setup, which Excadrill almost always gets when you bring it in, when you actually know how to play. Excadrill is then faster than everything and as powerful as a Banded Sand Force Excadrill. Banded Sand Force Excadrill comes in as powerful as that other Excadrill, but can't switch moves and can't outspeed anything fast.
Right. So now you're locked. You can switch into your Skarmory if you have a balloon, an air balloon, fucking Excadrill, but then Skarmory's got a pretty decent chance to die anyway. 'Cause
Yeah, I've got flinched to death by it
at
plenty of
at
times.
+2, I think it 3-hit KOs, maybe even 2-hit on less bulky
Yeah,
variants.
that's what it did to mine. I always ran specially defensive.
Yeah, so a 2 to 3-hit KO on your Skarmory, and there goes your entire team basically, unless you doubled up on Exegil counters.
Yeah, I mean,
Che-
and then
checks.
most of the extra ones you can have are either balloon variants of some things, like balloon Heatran,
Or Exegil.
or Excadrill. Excadrill to counter Excadrill. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
when before Excadrill was banned, that was the big thing. Everyone had Excadrill because Excadrill was the only thing that could beat Excadrill. I had Bronzong, but
I remember that there was someone who was arguing that our Exegil wasn't Uber back before the ban, and said that Exegil makes such a good Exegil counter that you can't even really use Exegil.
I love it when people defend the fact that Genesect shouldn't be Uber.
Yeah.
I convinced that one guy that Genesect should be Uber, and he just didn't talk to me anymore. I had an hour-long argument, and finally he just shut up. Because I was like, well, it's not even, it's more broken than Kyogre, really, under the thing you're talking about. He's like, nuh-uh, and I'm like, well, it does the same things you're saying Kyogre does, better. Well, that's not the reason Kyogre's Uber. And I'm like, well, that's the reason you just said Kyogre was Uber.
Kyogre's Uber because Water Sport 2-hit KO's Chansey.
Water Spout.
Water Sport. Water Sport that's a real number on your opponent's Heatran, though, let me tell you. When you can't spam Fire Blast, shit gets real.
When you Water Sport, they get pee all over them. So
Don't give, I never remember which one's which.
anyway, the Smogon thing is what prompted me to start scripting again, because I got really depressed that Smogon is starting to catch up with us in terms of what they're banning. We were ahead of them. I mean, we still are.
Genesect.
Genesect, the Excadrill thing that they're probably going to end up doing.
Yeah, the Excadrill thing's probably next on the docket. I'm not sure why they haven't banned Genesect on Smogon yet, honestly.
Yeah, some people think they're not going to, but really, I mean, if we can get it through on a vote, it's going to happen on Smogon eventually, because I think our members,
Our small
actually,
group of members are pretty stubborn motherfuckers.
they're stubborn as hell, and we managed to get them to do stuff.
Maybe Lord N is just a Smogon spy.
Oh, Smogon doesn't need spies. They're a conglomerate that doesn't even exist on PO anymore.
Sure.
Oh, if there was someone who copied us, it's NPC. That's why we were bitching about him at first, because he was with us when we had all this shit banned, and now I was like, ooh, good idea.
I'm sure Level Spawn is NPC. I'm just also sure he must have hit puberty like a truck, because his voice dropped.
Oh, really? His
that's
old
kind of-
voice actually annoyed me really bad, so...
I can't even... If he is Level Spawn, I can't even recognize his voice anymore. Go ahead,
I
Akira.
know he is Lavos Spawn.
That's kind of like how puberty was for me. Like, my voice was just really high, and then puberty hit me like a freight train, and now I'm like this.
What if it wasn't even real puberty, and you're gonna hit real puberty, and you're gonna say motherfucking
Oh, God.
Yeah, I used to sound like this, and then puberty hit me.
I used to sound like this, and then puberty hit me.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Anyway, I started scripting again, with the help of Lutra, a lot of help from Lutra. I have the complex bands almost working, and when we finally do get the scripts back to working order, we can start surpassing Smogon again. We can get a good lead on them like we used to have.
And we
I
get
don't
that
know.
back.
They still haven't written an analysis for Genesect, which is starting to annoy me.
I used to have no, wait a minute. I didn't write the old Welcome Tower analysis for Genesect. Astark did. That was one of the best analyses we ever had.
He did write a pretty decent one, I have to say. It's because Genesect is a robot and Astark is a robot. They kind of get along.
Nice. It's like, keep peace. I must keep peace. Bans all members.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Nass. My primary protocol was to protect the members, so I protected them from themselves by killing them.
I can't let you brew that, Starbucks.
Is that a Star Fox joke? 'Cause I'm really lost.
Yeah.
Are you crabbing it now, Mr. Fields?
Okay, so you guys understand, right, what the issue is with the scripts right now? Like,
Yeah.
I would like not to be the one to explain it, so...
Why don't you try anyway? I'm not really a good scripter.
Okay, the issue with the scripts right now. Originally, what we thought was the issue was that I broke... There are 6 teams you can load at once. So what I had to do was write a separate script for every team. And when it didn't work, I assumed the problem was that I had written a separate script for every team. But that was not the problem, because Lutra showed me a shortcut where I could write one script for all 6 teams at the same time, and I got that working, but it's still having the same error. The error being, if you load one standard team and 2 Ubers teams, and the Ubers teams are below the standards team, it will automatically put your 3rd team and every team below that in standard and not let you switch out, even if they're Ubers.
Yeah, that sounds like suck. But the good news is that we actually can semi-do bans now.
Yes, and people also should not be able to have their teams in the wrong tier without knowing they're in the wrong tier. So we can basically punish people for abusing broken scripts right now if they're laddering with that stuff.
Yeah.
Do people actually still ladder on Breakdown?
No, but hopefully sometime soon we'll be able to get that going. We can start back a lot of stuff now that these scripts are working again. Player of the week, maybe. I don't know, that was kind of lame back in the day.
That was basically just a NAS cockstroke.
A what?
A cockstroke from NAS, basically. That's what you get for being player of the week.
Oh.
Didn't, NAS have that thing where he'd, made one Pokemon in Uber's not Uber and he was the only one who could use it?
He did
Yes,
that one time.
He did that for me. When I first came here, I swept everybody except Invalid, who I beat, but I didn't sweep him. It was hard as hell. And then Nas came on and challenged me because I was sweeping everyone, and he challenged me with a Rayquaza because he didn't want to lose. He still almost lost.
I still can't believe that was you. I don't remember it being you. But I mean, if you remember it happening, it had to have been you.
Yeah, it was me. That was me. That was when he recruited me.
I remember when I first came on here and then I sucked and then I joined the tournament and then I beat PIA. I was like, yeah, what are you gonna do? I have a multi-scale Dragonite.
Back when PIA was considered good.
PIA. I hate PIA. Does anybody know I hate PIA? I fucking hate PIA.
I hate PIA because he actually thinks the gang likes him.
I'll probably be just another thing. I'll probably be able to get tournaments working again.
Yay!
The old-fashioned way. It'll be not. I don't think it'll be quite as much work as the current scripts I'm working on. I think it'll be less, but I could be wrong because I haven't even started. You know, Murphy's Law and all that.
I think. Okay, we'll move on to Lord N, and you guys.
One more thing. Scripts.
One more thing.
I am so lost. Haster should be coming back. Once I get
Yay! Oh my God! Fuck yeah!
Once I get the scripts working, I will figure out how to launch Haster on crap, what's it called? On Linux.
Break it down.
On Linux, I will figure out how to launch the client, and if I can't get it to work on Linux, I will just change my name to Haster and people will control me.
Sounds so sexual.
Well, I didn't put it that way.
Alright. Moving on to N Lord, or whatever the fuck, Lord N.
Okay, Lord N came to the server a while back before I started the Breakdown Syndicate, which was me hosting other servers. And I hosted for him.
Still is open for business. Talk to us.
If we can get someone who's actually active and going to do something with their server, that'd be great. It seems like, yeah, we'll bitch about servers later. Lord N was on his server for, I don't know, a week. It was semi-active with a range of between 7 to 10 players at most peak hours. So it wasn't a bad server. It was working out fine. But then, like a week into it, he disappeared, and I took the server down. He came back.
Oh, he came back. That's what I didn't hear.
Yes. He came back and wanted me to host again, and he was like, "Friend, I need you to host for me again." And I was like, "I'm not your friend." And he was like, "Just do it." And I was like, "No. Dude, seriously, I don't know why you consider me a friend. I've never been there for you or done anything for you. I've, I've tried to make him feel like I was an asshole so he'd leave me alone, but he's just like, I don't care. You don't have to be nice to me for you to be my friend." And I was like, wow, okay. So then I'm like, alright, I'll host a server for you if you get me working complex bands. He's been back every 6 hours he's been back saying he has complex band scripts when he in fact doesn't have complex band scripts. I've written all the scripts I've written since talking to him, and none of the things he's given me have helped me even a bit.
Whoa.
Yes. After this, I came on the server. Then he started messaging me about, hey, can you host a server? And then all of that stuff with Invalid happened. After that, maybe a day or so later, he came on, started talking to me, and asked me if I had complex band scripts. I had recently said that I was pansexual. I said, hey, why not troll him? So I was like, yeah, I have complex pans. And he was like, well, give them to me. So I sent him a website to a cooking pans website. After that, he's like, no, this isn't what I need. I need complex pans. I was like, oh, I thought you said complex pans.
And then from then on, whenever he asked me about it, I referred to them as pans too because I was in on it.
Yes. Oh, I have more actually. He came on that one time when you, like, last night.
Yeah?
When he came on, he started telling me GTFO. So after that,
Wait. I missed.
What's going on?
Wait, the phone rang and I missed everything after telling me GTFO.
yeah, okay. He said, basically he was just telling me to GTFO, and that he was trying to act like the boss of me. I had kicked him maybe twice, and I knew I shouldn't do a temp ban because I knew Invalid wasn't around and I didn't have his consent.
Okay.
So after that, I just went into chat. Alright. After that, I just went into chat with him, and I started telling him, well, you're acting ignorant, you think you're acting so cute, what are you doing? And eventually he just kept on replying to me with maybe, and all this other ignorant crap. So then I said, I hope you know, if I were to tell this to Invalid, he would probably not host your server for him again. And he said why, and I just left him with that. I thought it'd be more entertaining to see what he thinks. And by him, I mean Lord N.
Yeah. I think we're having a hard time finding people who aren't douchebags, but we'll get on to that later.
Yeah.
Tessa!
Oh god, Tessa.
John?
He said BRB.
Oh, he did. We'll wait for John to get back on Tessa then. Well, I suppose we should keep talking so it's not a completely blank next few seconds.
Should I go on while we're waiting for him? Should I go on to the Pantera Storm topic?
Nah. I think he's back actually. John? Snake? Snake?
Snake!
Well. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, sorry.
Your activity.
The phone rang. I had to see who it was. It was Cody. What are these? Hold on a second. There's a weird ass bug.
Man, you can see this guy. He is dedicated to a good podcast. He's out there killing bugs for your benefit, listeners.
Well, it would be even worse if it, like, bit me or something and I was, like, screaming.
You just wake up with your Chris hands.
No, man, if it bites you, you can be Spider-Man. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, but it's like, it looks like a stink bug, but it doesn't smell bad, so I don't know what the hell it is.
You could be Stink Dish Bug, man.
I've killed 3 of
It's
them,
Batman.
and I just keep seeing more and more.
It's Batman.
Alright. We can talk about Tessa now that you're back.
Okay. Tessa. Tessa posted on the forums. She's apparently been asking people to ask me to forgive her. And I'm not really too keen on forgiving her.
Oh no, it was all a mistake, not her fault at all. Didn't know anything about it. It was all accidental. She's so sorry.
Like, even if she was sincere, like, I probably still wouldn't want to... Why would I want her back when she's just... The history of Tessa begins with Nascourge giving her power over the merge of LOD and Hive.
I didn't even know who she was before.
40-member super clan, and I think it was based on her having a vagina or something like that.
I didn't even know that this person existed before she suddenly had owner.
Yeah. And so she basically has never been anything but a problem for me. She's been an obstacle in my way. So why I would want her back, I don't know what that reason would be. Oh, and she was the one who drug everyone from Railgun to SC, but don't worry about that. Nothing. No big deal.
No, it wasn't her fault. It was an accident. And it was last summer anyway. What do we even care?
And it was our fault, clearly. We pissed everyone off.
Yeah, I mean...
KG.
Yeah, if I was just a bad person, and I'm just a jerk.
Yeah, we just pissed everyone off. That's what.
Yeah, we're just mean to our members. We don't give them off, and we don't suck their cocks or anything. We're just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, if they'd just ask. Not you, Akira. All right.
But yeah, Tessa's dumb. I don't know what she thinks. She might think we're stupid. I believe that.
I think she does. So I'm not even gonna humor her. I don't even want to communicate. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't even want to communicate with her at all. Just by acknowledging her in this podcast, I've done more than the ideal response would have been. So.
Other than King Trace's.
Yeah. My only response to her when she posted was to laugh a lot. So.
Alright, so are we moving on?
Yeah, let's move on. Black Curum in OU?
On beta?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Smogon.
Oh, on Smogon. Yes, because numbers don't work anymore.
It's beta. Never mind, it is beta.
Smogon, the place that is following in our footsteps, only with more members.
It's beta. I'm confident it's beta now.
We what did we do? I would say no. I wouldn't say they copied us. I would say that we made the tiers that they always wanted in the first place acceptable. Because I think our tiers are the right tiers. I can't blame them for having the same tiers as us when I think our tiers are the best. So.
Good point. Good point.
I think we're we blazed a path for them.
Yeah, because when they saw us do them, they were like, "Oh, well, if a little server can do it."
Yeah.
But what was I? Oh yeah, Black Curum in OU is PO beta. So yeah, Black Curum is available for your use in OU right now on beta.
Yeah, so I mean, Ferrothorn just switched that in to live a dragon stab, and it just doesn't happen.
Though they do have a semi-convincing list of arguments which I can find really fast.
The only one I know of that I would accept is flinching it to death with a Jirachi. I'm going to replace it with 2. Flinching it to death with a Jirachi and Caesar Bullet Punch after rocks.
Yeah. It's really dumb. First off, they were suspecting it for monotype, and I guess they decided that wasn't worth it. So now they're suspecting it for real OU, and they decided to do this. Well, IFM decided. IFM Gary Oak decided that that it wasn't broken.
Yeah, they just chose. It's kind of funny. We're the server that's always said, we're not a democracy, we're a business. We're not a democracy, we're a server or whatever.
That was Nash.
That was NAS. And even NAS's leadership, we would have votes for things to be banned. We wouldn't just have 3 people conclude that something was Uber or not.
Yeah. I mean,
Speaking of NAS, I was on my PS3 checking my old messages on PSN because that's what all the Austins do. And I came across a bunch of messages from Lightning, and she was all like screaming at me because NAS was hosting a real game, and I was like, oh, okay.
When was that?
August, maybe July.
Oh, okay. So relevant.
Yeah.
man, I'm really glad you brought that to our attention as soon as it was useful to us.
Yep. I just felt like throwing that in because we were talking about NAS.
Yeah, well, whenever NAS hosted Battle City, we kind of kicked him into the dirt, and he has...
Nah, man. No, he gave it to us. He gave up. Didn't want to bother with it.
He's like the PR king is what he is, and people believe him, which is, like, ridiculous. The idea that you would... I don't get it. I just really don't get why anyone would trust him for anything. Says the guy who has given him the most chances to be good out of everyone.
Mm. Well, I told you so. So I never really feel like I was fooled. Since I was the first to say NAS was an asshat.
Alright.
First. But we're back on QRMB. It's a monster. I mean, I know the stats don't matter. But, 170 is kind of scary.
You can have either Wallbreaker, the set that I'm afraid of, or, which is the bandit set, or Scarf, the set that makes it so you're like a Salamence that doesn't need a boost.
Hidden Power... And here they're saying that Hidden Power Fire doesn't have a lot of application because of coming off a weaker special stat, but it's retarded. You don't even need
120 base still, isn't it? Or is it 130?
I mean, that's a dumb argument. It's extremely powerful anyway, and they say that you need to invest AVs away from its main stats to make use of it, and you don't.
Just use a nature that lowers your special defense, since the only moves it's afraid of are physical anyway.
Yeah, so use Naughty and beat them. I don't really get what the point here is. If your opponent will switch into Ferrothorn when QRMB comes out early on, that's a given. If they have a Steel type, they're going to switch into it. Because they don't want to lose anything to that massive outrage. Then you use Hidden Power Fire and Caesar, Ferrothorn, Bronzong, Fortress, die.
I personally prefer to run Focus Blast on it, but that's just me, because I don't like to worry about if rain's up and then HP Fire becomes not so amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
I run HP Water just in case it is raining.
You know it'd be funny to be legal?
What?
Prostitution.
The Swift Swim love disc. Think about that.
We should,
Yeah,
I
I
should
think
replace
that
our picture of Kingdra with a love disc.
But yeah, they have calcs here that against a max HP, no defense investment Jirachi, it does somewhere between 48 to 57% chance.
Love disc?
No, we're not talking about fucking love disc.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Akira Black.
Wait, it does 48? Why doesn't it do
It
100 without rage?
It does. Yeah, it does 48 to 47 on a Jirachi.
Oh, on a Jirachi.
48 to 57 on a Jirachi. We're not talking about love disc.
No, I thought you were talking
No, we're not talking about love disc.
I didn't think you were talking about love disc. I thought you were talking about Chansey.
Well, against Jirachi, it does. So it does. It has guaranteed the 3 hit.
They're probably
And
talking
it's also
about Jelly Scarf.
it's also guaranteed the no. This is choice ban.
Oh, is it? Adamant?
It's
Or
yeah, it's naughty. It's naughty. It's guaranteed to 3 hit KO Jirachi without rocks, and guaranteed to we hit KO chance to a KO Heatran without rocks. And it's guaranteed to hit KO both of them with rocks up. And that's with max HP, which I don't really see a lot of Heatrans with them. Right, investment right now. That used to be the thing.
Well, it's really the only. I'm not gonna get into that. Never mind. That's probably a sore subject, so I'll just not go into that. So, are we going to Pantera Storm?
Oh God.
Akira, this is pretty much all you.
Alright. So, lately, after Sacred Castle went down, or somewhere around the time where Matthew stole Sacred Castle, he pretty much stole it and turned it into his own server. Arrowstone took it back. Matthew put up his own server, which he called the Pantera Storm. He had made me owner. It was just a server for anyone who was left from KG. After that, it just went down because then he hosted Lightning server. And then he's been trying to put it up quite a few more times. Well, by quite a few, I think like 2 or 3. And every time he makes me owner, and I'm like, thanks for giving me an owner, for making me owner. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but thanks.
Matthew XD, can he even successfully spell Pantera Storm? I mean, it sounds like it'd be pretty hard.
He can spell it.
It's like it's never been Pantera Storm or Panda Storm or anything like that.
Panther Aurora.
He's always spelled it the way it's actually supposed to be spelled.
I bet he's made mistakes in his banner at least.
I don't think he has. Unless he has someone else do it.
You always have the argument that he can't spell, just chooses not to because it's not important to spell properly on the internet. But with that kind of crippling inability to spell, I can't really believe that.
Yeah, like, what is WUT to him?
I know that's a lot of people on the internet, but I mean, when you're licky babies...
Licky a rattler.
Licky babies.
Licky babies is a real quote, though. Like,
it's true.
That sounds gross.
I'm just gonna randomly remember that sometime when I'm like older, and just gonna be like, Licky babies. I remember that.
He won't.
You know, just because I changed home servers doesn't mean you should act this way. It's a goddamn game that they play on the internet, so stop acting like a baby and get over yourself. No one cares that we got banned, matter of fact. With the way you guys are starting to act, I'm actually glad I was banned. That place has just turned into another real gum. I hope the Sevrare dies and blows up in your faces. Oh, and tell Frost if he's gonna complain about people acting like licky babies. He needs to stop acting like one as well. What you guys have done is tireless and stupid.
No, I didn't even realize how poetic that was until you read it slowly. You said, in matter of fact, and then something else that rhymed with fact.
By the way,
while I'm starting to act.
Yeah.
While I'm rambling about Pantera Storm, could I say something about Aiden, or whatever he wants to be called? He went onto the Breakdown Syndicate page, and he was all like, hey, can FW have their own server? And then he messaged me about it, and I was like, no? What's wrong with you? Why would FW need their own server?
I think you guys really, if you would have continued with FW and actually recruited people, you could have become a very big clan, because you and Aiden really had a lot of the same
background?
No. I'm trying to let me think of it. The same chemistry as me and Nascourge did. We were constantly in a power struggle for who was the actual leader, because of the circumstances the clan was founded in.
I think he knows that I'm leader, but he thinks he's like really close to being leader, like a little bit beyond second in command because he does all the websites and forums and stuff.
Yeah, that's why Invalid was able to take power.
Yeah.
You should probably look into that.
Yeah, you should probably, yeah.
I mean, I consider him power of the thing, but I think of the FW. But I think the thing is with him, he thinks he deserves like more than second in command, and I was like, I'm not giving you leader.
Dude, if you're gonna make the guy who's operating all your shit upset, you should probably be a little nicer. Now there's an evil overlord law here that says if I ever am going to cage a magical monster, I will always treat it nicely, so when it inevitably breaks out, it will not plot to destroy me.
Yeah, that
Sure.
sounds good.
I think he.
Because that's really like sounds like the opening story of how LOD started.
And then you know how well that worked out for the guy who didn't host but was leader anyway.
Yeah.
Who was the leader of LOD? I forget. Wasn't it? Oh wait, no, it wasn't Skittles. It was what's his face?
It was Nas Courage. It was Nas Courage and Invalid.
Yeah.
Oh,
LOD was the Rogum clan.
it was the KR. It was pretty much KR-15.
No.
Yeah,
it was bigger, way bigger. LOD had
Well,
like
it was
25 members that were active at one point before we started limiting ourselves.
Then like Hive had like a lot too, because like
Skittles was the leader of Hive, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, Masquerade set everything up to fail when he put Skittles in charge of Hive and put me in charge of LOD, but said the one stipulation of you being in charge while I'm gone is do not let Hive fall apart. And then he told Skittles, Hive is never going to be a success unless it merges with LOD, so you might as well just give up. So the whole time I was trying to keep Skittles from disbanding Hive, all he was talking about was merging with LOD. So eventually they merged, and instead of me, Skittles, or Nascourge being in charge of it, Tessa was in charge of it. And SPS was second in command.
Did
Right,
SPS
That was when I first got the most mad at fucking Nascourage and all this shit. That was when I got was done with his fucking bullshit. Is when he does this whole big merger thing and then puts the most annoying person in LOD and some woman I've never heard of before in charge of basically the entire server.
Yeah.
I love how like when I was like just coming onto the server, I'm surprised I didn't get banned from all the times like when Scarmpiss was there, when Dane was there. I'm surprised I never got banned because when I was new and I didn't know what was going on, so I just kind of went with it.
I was banned. I've been banned from our server twice.
I was banned from Old Railgun twice.
I was banned from Old Realgum immediately after Invalid was because I was trying to talk sense into the people, and Nascourage caught me.
I also got banned during the NLTSOTRD stage.
Oh yeah. I got banned for that too.
Oh. Nascourage's kick button bites hard licky a rattler.
I heard Nascourage has an affinity towards the genitalia of members of a Pokemon organization based on propulsion devices.
Okay.
That's like suck on rocket dick.
Oh, okay.
How long are we going to be going on about Nas?
No, we're going to go on about it for a while because we have to explain the origin of Nas likes to suck on Team Rocket Dick.
Oh, we have to go on. Now that we started talking about Nas, bitching about Nas is always the most fun.
Yeah. Okay, so Team Rocket was originally a clan that wanted to, I don't know, be better than LOD or something.
Yeah.
And they had more members, but they like constantly talked shit to us and we talked shit to them. So at one point,
they couldn't battle worth of shit.
They couldn't battle worth of shit. The only good players in our clans were our spies. we had like 3 members in there. Me, Skittles, and I think Zero maybe, like joined under false pretenses. And we ended up transferring the leadership from the inside over to Skittles, and then Skittles disbanded it.
I remember when Skittles actually used to be cool.
And then this new guy, Adrian, came in and was like, whoa, what happened to TR? I'll restore everything. He got like, I don't know, a third the size of the original Team Rocket and decided to come to Relgam and be with us. And we were like, no, fuck that. Fuck TR. We don't want to be with them. And Nash was like, I don't know. They want to be with us. We're like, no. So we made the clan Nash Likes to Suck on Team Rocket Dick in protest of him allowing them on our untainted server.
Oh. And as soon as Nas figured out how to spell, we all got banned. I think Cookie spelled it out for him. And we all got banned.
Oh, yeah.
How long did that ban last?
Until I talked him out of it.
Yeah, he unbanned me and Invalid right away after we told him who we were. And Cookies wanted to make it into the real
leader.
That was really fun. That's one of the favorite things I ever did on Railgun. I remember after you got banned on old Railgun, I went in and was like, "Do you not see how stupid this is that he's banning Invalid over something Invalid obviously didn't do?" And then all of the spineless jerks that we had, Skittles was there, and Skittles said basically that well, it doesn't really matter as long as we have a server, it's not worth arguing over.
Kratos
and it was
the eternal turncoat. Like, Kratos was on my side then, when like, he always takes the position that's, like, the contrary position. Like, I don't think he really agreed with me. I think he just agreed with me so he could be a contrarian because everyone else didn't agree with me.
Yeah. And I was like, what are you doing, morons? And then Nas came on and said, I smell rebellion, literally, and then he banned me.
I am the god of this place.
I am the ghost of the walls.
And then I don't remember what we did after that.
After that, he put... See, his goal always, and this goes back to the LOV thing when he put those two in charge. His constant goal, he wanted to get out of the whole PO scene, and he wanted Railgun to still exist. So his goal was to find really, really young people to put in charge of it, because he wanted to call it the new generation. And then it would be like a new season of Degrassi, and
the 12-year-olds of my generation that I'm the freaking disappointed in.
It's a fucking new generation of Railgun when he brings in people that are only like 8 years younger than him.
Yeah, and still hosts. Like, you cannot. I've seen this. It's impossible to host without controlling people. Like, they'll do something that's so ridiculous you have to stop them, or they'll ask you to tell them what to do. I don't even know why, but I hosted...
I think Freedom actually does that. Have you ever seen that server around Freedom?
Freedom?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they don't have off, and they have no off. That's their whole deal. So they're not putting anyone in charge of it. It's not the same as putting someone else in charge of it.
Yeah.
Where were we? I forgot.
We got done talking about Pantera Storm. And
No, where were we in this conversation right now?
The new generation or whatever.
Oh, right, the new generation. The very first time Nats retired, he asked me to be leader. I know it's hard for people to believe that because I didn't become leader. But he did. He asked me, and I said, okay, I'll do it. But I want Invalid to be one of my owners because I don't know anything about hosting a server. And he said, no, it has to be a new generation. None of the old members can be involved. And I said, fine, make him an admin. I don't really care as long as I have him on my off team so I can get advice. And then Invalid went on, and Nascourge went on, and he got really pissed. And he's like, you know what? No, I guess there can't ever be a new generation. I'll just shut Rogum down then. And I said, no, that's really dumb. I would rather just not host then, if it's going to be such a big deal. He's like, fine, you don't have to host. Then he asked Vulcan to do it.
Yeah,
Vulcan became...
Get to that.
Yeah, he asked Vulcan to do it. Vulcan was the second person. It was me first, guys. And then Vulcan made Valid owner anyway.
Yeah, and he gave King Trace some sort of off too, I remember.
I was a mod,
and,
I think.
When Nas came back, he was like, King Trace was the most abusive mod ever.
How can you be an abusive mod other than kicking all the time?
Yes, clearly you muted and kicked everyone who opposed your mighty will. During the era of the gang client, mind you.
Whatever happened to the gang? They never come on breakdown anymore. They're just like,
not on PO2 anymore because gang client doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh. What can they do without PO2 then? They just sit there like, we're the gang.
Basically, they don't do anything anymore.
PO1, the gang. I'm lost. Oh, but they quit coming back to Breakdown even for a long time during PO1, just because we radically altered the way we ran. We made our rules like tolerance and stuff like that, which is really the opposite of what the gang stood for.
True. Speaking of the new scripts and stuff, are we gonna bring back like the douche walls, and are we gonna bring in hero walls?
Hell yeah.
I fucking hate hero walls, but if we ever get text commands back, I will happily add douche walls. Hero walls are dumb.
Yeah,
I don't like the idea.
Because no one ever stays a hero.
It's true.
Everyone fucks us over in the end.
I haven't.
I'm a cynic,
Yep.
but that's my theory. Like, I don't know which person that we like now is going to fuck us over, but I'm sure one of them will.
See, the thing about hero walls is when you make a person a douche wall, then you're letting everyone know that you think this person is below everyone else because they did something bad. But when you make a hero wall, you make people think that this person is above everyone else, and they don't like that. Everybody wants a hero wall.
Yeah, and it's like, see, hero walls I think can be fully summed up in secret rules.
Yeah. Basically. You know who the champs of Breakdown are when you look at the secret rules.
Yeah, the secret rules are like the cool guy list, basically. Like, and we even had people who we currently don't like in the secret rules. We had Skittles and Max of Hacks.
We don't like Max of Hacks anymore. Oh yeah, we don't like him.
Yeah,
I don't personally dislike either of them. I just don't want either of them to have anything to do with the server.
What was Edgar Claus? What was that?
Edgar Claus was go ahead.
Edgar Claus was from 4th Gen. It was a person called Edgar who came into the server. What?
Not Kratos. Not Kratos.
Well, maybe it was a person called Edgar. But they came into the server and said, "Battle please, no substitute unless I have it, and you have to let me set up Bellyzard. No stealth rocks or swords dance or any nasty plot. And if it looks like I'm going to lose, you have to quit the fight."
You have to let set up Bellyzard was my favorite. But yeah. That's basically the long and short of Edgar Claw. Oh man, he just turned my choice banded hacksaws into a choice scarf hacksaw. My life.
Speaking of Edgar Claws, we should somehow like add that to No Legends.
Well then No Legends gets a bit more complicated.
It's true.
Like significantly more complicated.
I love how we still even have No Legends, even though Matthew made the tier. I think didn't he make the tier?
Matthew announced the tier. The idea started because of all the new nub sauces. Matthew announced it, and I think didn't you have him announce it because it sounds better in bad grammar?
Guess it sounds better if an idiot says it, basically. Matthew was the only one who was like, "This is the best tier. We're going to set. It's going to be amazing."
Yeah.
Oh no!
I've been on the server for almost a year, and I haven't screwed any of you over yet. This is
It's a record, actually.
Woo! What about Steel Dragon?
Even I screwed people over on the server.
I don't think. Do we qualify me screwing people over if it was in against Nascourage?
No. No, but I was only ever in a position. Basically, I was always in a higher position than anyone other than Nascourage until the very end. And the people below me that I screwed over, I still count as screwing over. Cough, cough. Team builder, team viewer. I mean.
Yeah. Cough. That was the worst. You had to have me do it in front of Violet too.
Sorry.
That was so lame.
How long is
what?
How long has Steel Dragon's been on? How long has he been around?
He's been around since before I was, I think.
Whoa, that's long.
Steel Dragon's been on since Gen 4 with us.
Gee.
Yeah. I'm older than the furniture, and he's older than me, so. I think Steel Dragons and Invalid are the only two long-living members left from the original from the original Railgun.
I came here when original, like, I don't know if you could call it original Railgun, but NASCAR was hosting.
NASCAR hosted 4 Railguns. Which original Railgun are we talking about?
Let's see. I came here in February of 2012.
Was that the one where... No, ours was Scarmpiss had owner. That was our bad.
I was here when Scarmpiss had owner once.
Secret rules are back.
You put them in the... Oh, sweet. Dude. Oh man, message commands work now? Awesome. Can you add helicopter?
If I can find it.
Sweet. We could always just go back on PO1 and still have it on mine. If Breakdown PO1 is still being hosted.
Wait, what's working now?
No,
Secret rules.
PO1 is not being hosted. Why would I be hosting that?
What's the command for secret rules again?
/ secret rules.
Oh yeah. Secret underscore or secret no space?
It used to be underscore, but not anymore.
Yeah, I got rid of it because it's too complicated.
Edgar Claus, King Trace, aka Rule 13, Frost, aka Rule Catface.
It's not called Catface, it's called Cute Face.
Oh yeah. I call it Catface.
That's just what I call it. I'm not the Lord of Face naming. I'm just the Lord of whether you live or die.
Let's reminds me of fucking Darksiders, where you're the incarnation, you're death from the 4 horsemen, but you're not the incarnation of death. You're just really good at killing people, which kind of defeats the purpose.
If I ever get a secret rules thing, it should just say, I'm Akira, you can never find me because I change my name every 5 seconds.
We can add that.
Sure, I'll write it right now.
Add it as Rule 4 and I'll add it.
Okay. I'm doing it right now.
By entering Rules Channel, you are agreeing that you are 18 years of age or older.
I started Rules Channel when I was 17.
Is this illegality?
I started entering Rules Channel when I was 11.
Me, Invalid, and the other guys. I don't remember. Kratos was one, and Skittles was the other ones.
Everyone was so afraid of getting I think they were afraid that I would go to jail over Rules Channel, so I just put that 18+ warning on it.
Rules Channel was so funny because we all acted like whenever NAS or any Astar found it, we all ran like we were kids at an underage kick party.
I love how there's...
Everybody just got the fuck out when Astar came in.
I love how on the Rules Channel description for rule number 2, it just has King Trace's guide.
That's in
and
Rule
then
3.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Rule 2
Rule
2 is the no rape rule.
Oh yeah.
Because we've actually had people breaking Rule 2, so we had to write Rule 2. Had someone coming in like, "Oh, I hold you down, baby," and I was like, "Quit it."
At least when I do it, I do a starter for the most part, unless someone just randomly starts it, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I don't mind if people cyber in there, but they have to do it willingly. They can't just be...
Exactly.
I go on Chat and Go every day. When I search people, I just find cyber accounts upon cyber accounts, and I'm like, I wish I could do this, but I don't know any good starters.
I like for Rules Channel to be a nice, peaceful place where everyone gets their groove on, and it's the 1970s.
Yes. We passed virtual joints.
Alright, so what are we on here? We completely went back to scripts again.
Yeah.
Justice Minions, which we already did before. Matthew's Sentence of KG. Breakdown Babies!
Yay, we have babies!
Who abandon us like a good child.
Yes, as soon as they think they're old enough, they leave the house, and then when all of their hopes and dreams come crashing to the ground, like good parents, we tell them to suck it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You already left our house, you don't get to come back.
Yeah, and when they become really persistent, we're basically like, alright, go and bring me $10 million.
By the way, with the thing I put with Matthew's admittance to KG's death, what he did was he told me in Skype that KG was pretty much dead, and it was only him and Gary left.
Yeah,
Nice.
Gary, the dream team.
Yeah, Matthew and Gary, Dream Team 2012.
right in the present.
There, I wrote rule 4.
Rule 4, aka Akira rule, aka Fallen Troll, aka King Chase with a bear.
Oh, it's King Chase with a beard.
I can't believe you remember that one.
I have an alias check. I didn't have to remember it.
Oh god. I'm gonna do my alias check real quick. User alias. Search. KG Fallen Troll, Lucifer, Fallen Troll, KG Lucifer, King Trace with a beard. Let's see. The Gang Odd Future, Pika Akira.
Anyway, with my new knowledge of how the multi-team type scripts work, I can do pretty much everything we used to be able to do, and that includes Ferris wheel.
Yay, Ferris wheel.
Yes, Ferris wheel. I remember that.
As soon as I get Ferris wheel working, I will tell you guys.
Can you get mini user working?
Yeah, that'll be easy as hell. I can just add that real quick.
So anyway, the breakdown babies. Pokemon was my favorite because that tool tried to prove himself not as big of a tool as the first one, and Val was like, "Oh, he's way cooler than the other host." He would never do anything stupid. But
Dane?
no, the host of Pokemonistan.
Oh.
You said he was better than the other host, the one that we were hosting someone else's.
Oh,
Poke Battleground.
He was smarter, just not as much smarter as he would have needed to be. He didn't really have any conviction when it came to people who tried to step to him.
Milady and Exploding Typhoon were in the server trolling and making very intricate suggestions of how Invalid and I spend our evenings.
Yes,
with each other.
Apparently, one of us has the longest dick on the planet that can reach from Ohio to Wisconsin.
You want to know how I spend my nights? I sit there eating barbecue potato chips, masturbating and crying at the same time. Okay. I do fetal position.
I do pretty much the same thing with wheat thins.
Yes.
But about they just went on and on with how dumb we were and how big of faggots we were and how stupid gay we were.
Stupid.
And they said stupid gay.
I know.
And then we're like. Then I banned her for like I muted her for like a second. I muted her for like literally a second. And then she's like, "Oh, King Trace, you abuser! You stupid abuser! Why are you abusing?" And then
hate speech, bitch.
Then the owner's like, "King Trace, you know, I'm not okay with you. I'm okay with you being an owner on this server.
Just not doing anything with it.
You're just not allowed to ban. Don't Milady. She's allowed to do whatever she wants.
Especially talk shit about you."
And then I let him do that. Then he made Milady and Exploding Typhoon owners. He made Exploding Typhoon an owner first, and then he made Milady an owner. And we weren't going to handle that shit. Then he's like, "Well, I can do whatever I want because I'm going to have to follow your rules." And then he's not allowed to have a server anymore.
Yeah, so fuck him.
Was Pokemonistan the one?
Go ahead.
Was that the one where they kept on getting mad at me for cursing, and then they would ban me and kick me, and then I'd just come on with proxies, and then you would just silently unban me? Or was that Ultra Battleground?
I cannot. It was Ultra Battleground because that was the one that didn't have a watch channel, so they couldn't tell I was silent unbanning you. I'm positive that at one point they must have tried to unban you, and it said, "He's not banned. What are you doing?"
I came on with the proxy, but my proxy was being really slow, so it didn't do anything.
Yeah, that got me back. You know, the Breakdown Syndicate, at least that server that didn't have our scripts, it had modified Lutra scripts. It really got me a little bit back into scripting. I got to play around with Secret Eval again and have fun. And I'm glad to be back on Lucha Scripts. I can do all the same stuff I used to do.
I'm really glad playing around with Secret Eval was fun. Isn't that what we did? We had a Max Attack Secret Eval NNA into Battle City.
We had him Secret Eval, like 12 different versions of NNA, so they would never be able to figure out what it was.
And then we added Destroy among others.
Secret Eval, one of our Secret Evals was called /Dane.
What did it do?
Well, it just did Secret Eval.
My favorite thing we did was /Destroy, where you would type /Destroy username and it would change your username to that person's name.
It was like, we're the real Railgun Tower, and we're like, no, bitch.
Oh yeah, Dane. Dane hosted the original Railgun Tower, so he's the one.
Yeah, the original. The first one.
I remember when we used to have 2 computers in my house, and then I just went... Like I'd run upstairs and run back downstairs, and I would just go on Melody server. And then I would just went on there as Dane, and they kept on believing that it was me, and it was Dane until I said like complete things that Dane would never say.
Well, I wanted to get rid of Milady real bad at one point when I had told her I'd give her a chance to screw me over first, and King Trace and Frost were very upset with me for leaving her as mod.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I went on to a whole bunch of other servers with the name Raven until I found her, and then I got her to conspire with fake Raven against me.
Yep.
It was pretty sweet.
I love how like whenever she messages me now, she just tells me to never go on Breakdown and that you guys are plotting, and I'm just like, what?
Well, we plot against her. My plot for her is that whenever she comes on, I'm gonna ban her.
Like she's all like, they're hiding stuff from you, and I'm like, no, they're not. Get over yourself.
Like I came on as Raven. I was like, man, it really does suck that all of us are banned from Breakdown. And she's like, yeah, I know. What should I do? And I was like, you should just secretly unban us and don't tell Invalid. And she was like, okay, I will. 10 minutes later, I checked the ban list, and none of them were on it anymore. So I knew that she had done it.
Right, that was sweet. Melody's such a dumb bitch. I could go on about how dumb bitch Melody is forever, but we don't have that kind of time.
Melody just loves me. Like when she did the thing with Mod and she kept on abusing with Pastor, she was the only one that I was the only one that she didn't do anything to, and I was like, wow, you're a good little whore now. And I was like, oh. She was like, oh, yeah, I am. You should like sex me up, but I was like, no. I will not sex you up.
I'm hotter than you. I don't know why she went for you.
Because I have my boyish charm.
No. She rated me a 4 on the wrong scale. He said Dane was lower, I think, so...
Dane is such a... Whatever. Dane thinks he came up with Rogum, so... Dane's such a moron. I think there's a lot... Oh, go ahead.
Does anyone know Dane's real name?
Yeah, Dane.
That's his real name?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Matthew's real name Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew.
I used to have him on Facebook, but my account got deleted and I forgot.
I actually have Melody's supposed real Facebook, and not the one with the like Miranda or not Miranda, but whatever picture it is that it's supposed to be.
Justin Bieber's girlfriend.
Yeah, whatever that is. I actually have her legitimate like Facebook that she says is hers.
Like, if that's you, why do you look just like what's her name? She's like, that's not her. That's me. Well, I don't know why you think we look alike. That doesn't even look... I don't even look like her. And I'm like, you probably don't, but your Facebook picture does.
She says on her like Facebook that says that she added Matthew and I on. Her name on there is Lily Birthheart. I'm like, oh.
That's not a real name. She named that after a character from Resident Evil.
It's like if I named myself Nico Valdez, said, yeah, that's my real name. No, seriously, they just copied me.
Do any of you remember in class when like someone would have your name in like a book that the teacher was reading?
Did you seriously just see that meme and now you have to make a big deal out of it?
No, I just remembered that. But yeah, I saw the meme and I was like, oh yeah, I know.
I brought 60 watermelons. Look at me.
I don't get this shit. What are we talking about?
There's a meme. Cody showed it to me earlier. It was just like, whenever the teacher reads your name in a math problem and the whole class stares at you and you're like, yeah, motherfuckers, I did buy 60 watermelons.
Fried chicken melon.
We should talk about the Matthew XD rap here.
Why would you want 60 watermelons?
Because I'm having a picnic. I'm having a block party.
In Harlem.
I have to use the bathroom so bad, but I don't feel like going BRB.
No offense.
Go
to Harlem residents. I'm not saying the residents of Harlem.
I'm gonna stay for the whole podcast without going BRB. I can hold it.
Okay. What are we doing? Matthew rap here?
Yeah. Matthew XD rap.
Yes, we're just gonna sing it live.
We could. You want to get the lyrics?
Oh, why not? You know, every good song has live performances online, so let's just put
Alright,
it
here you go, guys.
This will make us a good song. Let's find the lyrics.
Yeah.
Do you want me to like mute my mic while you do this?
No, you're doing a verse, Akira.
Go, Matthew, go.
King Trace, do you want your first verse or your third verse?
Give me my
Third sounds
third
best.
verse.
Yay!
Yeah, third.
Let me find Matthew rap. Oh, there it is.
This is the first ever live performance of a breakdown song.
And it's
Speaking
awesome.
of which, at some point,
Oh, let me get rid of the part that
at
says
some point-
you move and all that crap.
at some point we have to finish I Kiss the Boy.
Yeah.
We do have
Oh, we have to call it a different name than that because there's already like a million parodies called that.
I was thinking that I was listening to You're So Gay.
Yeah.
After you showed it to me, and I was thinking it'd be really fun to make You're So Straight.
You're so straight and you don't
And
even
like girls.
Don't even
Valid.
You could be like make fun of all the douchebag
Yeah,
stereotypes.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you wear
exactly,
your
that's what I
Axe
was
body
thinking.
spray with your.
Exactly. That would be so much fun to do, wouldn't you
Yeah, it
think?
would. Let's do that.
All right.
With the lyrics though, I can't see like where the verse begins and ends.
After the go 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 go, that's when a new verse starts.
All right.
So King Trace will be the. Wait, who's doing the first one?
Akira.
Wait, what am I doing?
The second one.
Oh, isn't this? Wait a minute, isn't the second one yours last time?
Yeah. The second one was mine. Okay, I'll do the second, then you get to decide with Akira.
Well, you can do the last one. Let's not even do our own verses. I'll do two. You do
Okay.
three. Akira does one.
All right, Akira, you start.
All right. I'm gonna make all of your eardrums bleed. Ladies
you know
can.
the tune, right?
You know the tune of the turtle rap? It's
Something like you. It's the ward mission. And Matthew
Basically.
and the grammar pen. Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Let's go.
All right. Ladies, contain your orgasms in your eardrums. It's the ward mission. I'm Matthew XD. I'm in the grammar pen. Have you ever seen spelling this good? I'd say I'm the beast, but I'm knocking on wood. You're KG. Let's move. Breakdown is the club for gays and noobs. Gotta have to leave this pace, cause Test is in SC, and that's the new base. Frostman is, I'm not playing. I'm gonna leave forever and ever. As soon as I'm done saying Matthew XD rap. Matthew XD rap. Go Matthew, 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 go.
Spell cheek would fill in the gap. Don't have no time because it's a Matthew rap. Try to read this if you know what I mean. It's kind of like a game that you can never wean. Gary the pimp isn't hungry for power. He just wants to kick people hour after hour. You're the one making it hard. I host Melody server cause I'm a retard. The foreign tier is changing to the E4, as if this wasn't confusing before. Matthew XD rap. Matthew XD rap. Go, 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 Go. Go, Matthew. Go, Matthew. 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 Go. 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 Go.
Common sense. You better go hide. Me and Spellman are separated like apartheid. When I tie my fingers, don't slip. Matthew's in control. I just don't give a shit. Rocking the crowd the way it should be rocked. With the me you like licky a lot. I'm aiming to be a very good competitive battler. My stealing skills bite licky a rattler. Time to let this song finally be done. Cause I believe in life after love.
Want to just go ahead and add the chorus on there since you didn't get to sing one?
Oh, sure, I'll do that. Matthew, XD, rap. Matthew, XD, rap. Go, Matthew, go, Matthew, go, go, Matthew, go, Matthew, go, go, Matthew, go, Matthew, go, go, Matthew, go, Matthew, go.
Nice. We're officially professional singers now. We're gonna make millions.
And the crowd goes wild.
Alright, ladies. I hope the ladies contain their orgasms.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna sell the T-shirt I'm wearing on eBay right now. $50 starting bid.
I got myself a nice generic douchebag T-shirt that says Aeropostale 1987. So I think I'll wait until You're So Straight comes out before I sell this.
I've got a Deuce T-shirt on right now, so I can't sell that.
I have Axe body spray and Old Spice deodorant because I like to pimp out.
I'm wearing ratty old blue and white jeans, and I have a bottle of lotion over here with no label on it.
I'm really not properly dressed for You're So Straight because I have probably the gayest underwear that aren't panties I've ever seen.
I got hair gel and I pierced one ear only, but not the gay ear. That's for bags. And I've been at the gym all morning, and I look kind of orange with my spray tan, but that's just how a man looks.
Do you think striped boxer briefs? What would you say about those?
What color stripes?
Gray and black.
I call that straight. I have boxer briefs on. Mine are white, so.
I've got plaid boxers on. Woohoo.
I don't know. Maybe I've just seen too much things where you see people's underwear.
The thing is now I have like this image of an anime girl wearing blue and white striped panties.
Well, yeah.
You want to see an anime girl wearing blue and white striped panties? I have the perfect image for that.
I said blue and white.
Yeah, I got blue and white. Daddy knows what's up. You ask me for any specific image, I can find it for you within a minute.
Got any hentai from Cerno?
King Trace the
hentai
Hentai
of Cerno?
Encyclopedia.
Alright, send me Cerno.
A hentai encyclopedia? Maybe. Here, gents. Here's an anime girl with white striped panties. And that's a really bad link. Let me try that again.
Yeah,
it's not even linked.
That would have to be done in like HTML or something.
I swear to God, if it's a screamer.
It's not a screamer. It's not even a trap even.
Images can't be screamers.
Why does
still not sending?
Why does it keep
HTTP/ and then whatever.
No, that's not. You guys are so silly.
Nah.
I copied image location and it wanted to be stupid. Do I copy link location?
Try that.
Okay.
Or just copy the URL you're at right now.
Okay. Let me try it. As soon as this image will come up. Yeah, here we are.
People who have listened this long, congratulations.
Yeah. Here's what you get. You get white striped panties.
You get the same link you would have got if you had listened for 1 second, clicked pause, and then scrolled down to find it. Nice.
Just gonna save that image.
That is Mio from KO. And the scene actually happens. The scene actually happens in the anime, but the panties are off screen.
The only the only blue and white panty stripes that I know of, that I've seen on Jailbro were a trap, and I don't specifically know where to find that.
Zoom.
King Trace and his tag expertise knows how to search for what color stripes.
Just give me a second. Akira had a request for me. I'm gonna oblige because I can do that really fast. Yeah, I have a couple of faves. Just let me find them real quick.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna add Haster back to the scripts. Not Haster the bot, Haster the command.
Slash Haster?
Yeah.
What does
What
slash
does
Haster?
that do again?
Our lovely
Oh, it's called
Haster.
Haster.
No, it's the one that said our lovely Haster and put it.
Oh yeah.
The image command.
I remember that. I can't wait to be able to use that. Because back when it was first around, I was like, I couldn't use it. Matthew could, and he screwed around with me with it. And I was like, oh.
Quick, how old do you want this Cerno to look? You want it to look legal?
Legal.
Okay, give me a second. That's gonna be a little harder.
I don't care. You can make it legal. I don't mind. Personally, I prefer it with breasts.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Just give me a minute. You do know what Toho hentai looks like, don't you?
Yes.
But just give me a minute. Most of my faves are BDSM, but Cerno's the dominator in like half of them. I'd hardly count that as Cerno hentai.
I can hardly find any like good Cerno hentai on Jailbrew.
I used to have a favorite where she was getting raped by sunflowers.
What?
Yeah.
I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at something on Facebook that was terrible, but I find it hilarious.
Nobody here but us chickens. Fuck you, chickens.
You know that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick's driving the ghost ship or whatever, and he's like, "Lee."
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, there's a picture of that, and it shows the ship like crashing into the Twin Towers. And I laughed. I feel so terrible about it, but I laughed at it.
Dude, you have your picture is terrible enough. So
My picture
the one you have is yeah. Okay, here's my favorite Cerno.
Alright. You know who that is in my picture, don't you?
No, you are the one you have on Breakdown forums.
Oh yeah, the pump one with 9/11.
Here's my favorite.
Did a huge
Grape
wall of
Ice
text just
Sunflower.
go across breakdown?
Huh?
Did a huge wall of text just go across breakdown?
Not huge.
Okay, then Haster didn't go through. Hold on, I'll update the scripts.
It said Haster might have gone through.
I love this picture because it just shows Yuka or whatever her name is, like just sitting there like yo, like standing there like really happy, like yo, and then it just in the background it shows Cerno being raped by sunflowers.
That's because Yuka's sadistic. Her thing is being dominator. That's what the fans think she is. That's why it's really easy to find pictures of her doing this to a lot of people.
Can't find the text Haster.
Who's the only guy in Toho?
Rinosuke. He's not a playable character. He's in the manga.
What does he do? Is he just like yo?
He has the power to identify the name, use, and relative price of items by looking at them.
Wow.
After HTML wall, I need to add.
So yeah, basically we started trailing off here.
Yes, I stop in the middle of podcasting to script.
We should probably tie up.
Yeah.
We should probably tie up the podcast real quick.
It's been going on for like maybe 2 hours.
It's been going on for an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll just tie it up then. Invalid, you okay with ending it now?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Bye, Team Hentai people. We'll see you next podcast. Or basically anyone who listens to this is probably going to see us. I can't even say that because 800 people listened to the last one. I don't even know. But bye, guys.
Alright, ladies, thank you for containing your orgasms for this long. Feel free to release them now.
I'm sorry. You said ladies. My bad.
Just make sure it's not a fake orgasm. Alright.
Oh, crap.
Oh no, that's the only kind I know how.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, I should probably click stop recording.
Yeah, that's